Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today's video I will be showing you the 2023 Genesis GV60. This is Genesis' first electric SUV or subcompact SUV, and this one is the performance trim. There is two trims to choose from. There is the Advanced and the Performance, and the price on this performance trim is $70,000, but let me go ahead and show you all the features this one has. This performance trim has all-wheel drive, so there's an electric motor in the front, there's one in the back, and this Genesis has 77.4 kilowatt-hour battery. It produces 429 horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque. And the range on this one is 235, and the charging time is 7 hours on a 240-volt outlet. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2023 Genesis GV60. If you guys are interested in the standard features it has, just go ahead and pause the video. And the price with destination is almost $70,000. If you guys are curious about the color is called Savile Silver, and it does look pretty good on this GV60. And honestly guys, this paint has a ton of metallics on it, or in it, and it is a $575 option. But I think it's worth it because, as I said, there is just a ton of metallics on it. So for the front of this GV60, honestly, it does look pretty good. I really like what Genesis did with the headlights. They still have that split design, but they are different than their other products. And they almost have that dual LED look from Acura, but I definitely like those headlights. Everything inside of the headlight housing is LED, and I really like what Genesis did. So basically, the three outer headlights or projector tubes are the turn signal indicators, and the inside is the low and high beam. And yeah, overall I think the headlights look very nice and sharp on this GV60. Here is the Genesis logo, and there is a front facing camera right here. I'll go ahead and show you the 3D view system this Genesis GV60 has, because it's, I think, one of the best on the market. The grille is finished in gloss black. There is just a small opening in the bottom. Here is the sensor for the braking assist. There is some parking sensors here in the front, and overall I think the design looks pretty good. All the way in the bottom, this is finished in dark silver, and there is a functional vent on the sides. And overall, I really like the design of the grille and this SUV overall. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this GV60. Here is the side view of this Genesis GV60, and honestly, the side view looks alright. I think Genesis kind of messed up on the back. I'll show you the back when I get there, but the side view looks alright. And this GV60 has 6.2 inches of ground clearance. There is a little bit of that dark silver in the bottom and around the wheels or on the fender flares. And again guys, this color just looks honestly amazing. It is definitely worth the $575 option. The design right here on the side is alright. I think Genesis could have done a little bit better in that back section. The window trims are finished in gloss black and chrome, so there is a little bit of chrome actually on top of the windshield, and the top window trims are finished in chrome. The bottom is finished in gloss black. I really like what they did right there with that chrome trim. And yeah, overall, decent looking SUV slash car right here from the side. On the mirrors, there is a blind spot monitoring system, turn signal indicator, and a camera for the 3D and the 360 system this GV60 has. And on the roof, there is gloss black roof rails and a fixed panoramic sunroof, and that's where the charging port is. And for the rims, they actually look pretty good. I did not really like them when I saw this GV60 over the videos and pictures, but right here in person, it does look they do look very good. And the size is 255/40/21, so they do have a nice style to them, that nice sporty look. But I really wish that Genesis came out with a blacked out GV60, especially on this performance trim. I really wish they deleted all the chrome and made a darker rim finish. I think it would have been better, especially on this performance trim. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back view of this GV60. Here is the back of this Genesis, and honestly, the back looks alright. I think Genesis messed up on the back design. The front looks pretty good. The side looks alright, but the back, I think, looks not the best. For the tail lights, they do have that split design to them, and everything right here in the back is LED, of course, and that's expected from a $70,000 SUV or compact SUV. Genesis is written in the back. It is finished in chrome. GV60 is on the left, and I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this spoiler. I think without it, the car wouldn't look nice, but even with it, it just doesn't look that good. There is the third brake light right there. Here is the backup camera, and in the bottom there's some reflectors. There is this fake vent right here on the side, just to give the back of this GV60 a nicer look. There is some parking sensors here in the back. The bottom is finished in that silver, dark silver, and all the way in the bottom there is some brushed aluminum with the reverse lights all the way in the bottom, and there is some gloss black all the way in the bottom. And yeah, overall the back looks okay. I think Genesis could have done way better with the design in the back. Here is a key of this Genesis GV60. The key looks very good, but what's even better is that Genesis actually gives us a white key, and this white key looks phenomenal. I really love the way how it looks. The keys are very nice and light, but they do feel solid and they look amazing. Anyways, there is 4 buttons on the side, more buttons on the other side. So there is the remote start, smart park, and a button to open the charge port. And then on the other side there is the lock, unlock, trunk release button, and a panic button. Let's go ahead and open the trunk or the lift gate, and let's go ahead and close the charge port. The lift gate opens nice and quick. There is 2 buttons right there to close the lift gate. One to close the lift gate, and the one on the right is to close the lift gate and lock this SUV. There is a decent amount of space in the back of this GV60, and the opening is nice and big. Right here on the right there is a 12-volt light. There is this privacy cover right here. I believe this is part of an option if I'm not mistaken, and there is another light right here on the left, and underneath there is a little bit of storage place. And yeah, overall the back of this GV60 is nice and spacious. So I just dropped the seats down just to show you the amount of space in the back of this GV60. By the way, I did remove the cargo cover just to show you the amount of space without it being in the way. So there is a decent amount of space in the back of this GV60 with the seats down, but I really wish that the seats went down a little bit more. But other than that, good amount of space in the back. Here is the door handle on this SUV. To bring it outside, click on the sensor and it will come out, and of course that's how you open the door. And to lock the SUV and put the door handles back in, click on the sensor again and the mirrors will fold in, door handles will go inside. And by the way, there is a Face ID right here. So basically, if you don't have your key, you could set up the Face ID and the fingerprint features, and you don't have to have the keys with you, so you could just drive the car just by using your fingerprint and scanning your face before entering the car. Here is the front door panel, and the front door panel has a nice design to it. This top portion right here is nice and soft. I love the gray stitching, the double gray stitching. This is Alcantara. I really like what they did here. The armrest is extremely soft, more of that double stitching. This is actually very nice and soft, so Genesis did not cheap out in the bottom of this door. Bang & Olufsen sound system. It doesn't really say how many speakers in this GV60, but it does have Bang & Olufsen sound system, and the speaker looks good. All window buttons, switches, Everything looks good. All the windows are automatic up and down. The door handle feels nice and solid. And here is the mirror control. It does have automatic folding mirrors. Here is a tweeter, and here are the memory seats. And the storage place is decent in the bottom of this door. And for the seats, they're nice and comfortable. They do have that diamond design, and they do have the Argo function, basically almost like a massaging function, more like waves in the seat. Here are the seat controls. This is the thigh extension right here, and here is the lumbar support. Let's go ahead and move inside this GV60, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2023 Genesis GV60. So from the inside, it does actually look very good. I've seen some pictures and videos of this GV60 with the white interior, and I think the white interior looks much better than the black, but this black is not too bad. Steering wheel has a really nice look to it, and kind of looks like a Bentley steering wheel. And overall, I think the design looks amazing. The ring itself, it's nice and thick. It's wrapped in leather, which is expected from a luxury brand. And overall, the centerpiece right here is just perfect. And behind the steering wheel, there is the headlight controls with the turn signal controls. And on the right is the wiper controls. And right here on the left, there is a few buttons. There is the safety features. So you'll have the steering assist, adaptive cruise control, and this button right here will turn on the main safety feature. And there is the drive mode button right here. This is not a wheel, so you just click on it, and that's how you change the drive modes: Eco, Comfort, and Sport. And there is a custom mode. And right here, this boost button will give you extra horsepower. So from 429 to 484, if I'm not mistaken. I'll correct that in the bottom of the screen. There is a few buttons. There's voice command, favorite, volume controls, and this button right here, it will change this right here. So if you go left and right, up and down, it will toggle through a few things. And there's a phone button, and this button right here is basically a shortcut to take you to a place you want to. So you could click on it and you could select which one you want. So let's say if you want the phone to be projected, like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to activate when you click this button, you could select that. And by the way, there's actually another button right here. It will do the same exact thing. You could have it as, let's say, you could reject calls, you could go to home, and yeah, so I'm glad that basically Genesis gave us two buttons on the steering wheel for a shortcut that we could choose. And for the screen, so it is a 12.3-inch screen, and it does look good, and I really like this system. The first time I saw this system was in the Ioniq 5, and it is nice and responsive. And this GV60 has CarPlay, not wireless CarPlay, but I really wish it did. Anyways, as I said, the system itself, it's nice and responsive. You could go to this 3D setup, and it's very nice and responsive. The graphics are really nice and smooth. Let's say if you want to go inside, you click inside, and that will take you inside, and you could control a few things. Let's say if you want to control the vehicle setting, that will bring you to the vehicle setting menu. And coming down, air vents look very good. Here are the climate controls. Climate controls have a nice look to them, but something that I really don't like is the fact I cannot go under 62 degrees. So this is the least I can go. Here is the EV start stop, off button, auto. This is a touch screen. Does give you that haptic feedback, and you could just turn on the driver seat by itself. I believe this is the heated steering wheel, if I'm not mistaken. That's how you could change the modes. And coming down, there is a few shortcuts. If you want to go to map, click on map, that will take you to the maps. And yeah, there's a few shortcuts right here. Here is the emergency light button. And coming down, there is two USB-Cs, 112 volt, and a nice storage place down there. And right here, there is nothing, but I really wish that there was a storage place in the bottom. I think it would have been nice. Down here, there is a small net. And this center console looks very good. Does have that floating design to it. And here is the volume wheel, tune wheel. Here is a fingerprint. So basically you could drive this GV60 with no key at all. So you could turn it on with your fingerprint, and there is a Face ID outside as I showed you. Back button, home, and menu. This right here will control the screen, so you could zoom in and zoom out. You could go to home, and you could just control the screen with this right here. The cup holders are nice and big, and I really like the trim on this middle console. And here is the shifter that will control the 1-speed transmission in this GV60, and it does look very good and has a really nice feel to it. So to put it in drive, move it to the right, put it in reverse, move it to the left, and slightly to the right from reverse to put it in neutral. And here is the park button, and when you turn off the car, this will basically flip, and the shifter will go inside. If you turn on the car, it will go back out. So very nice. Some heated seats and cold seats, 3 stages each. Heated steering wheel. I'm not exactly sure what's this button for. I think this is just the max heat button. And brake hold. This button right here will bring up the camera system. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the camera system in a bit. And here is the parking sensor button. Heated and cold seats for the passenger. And there is a wireless phone charger. And the armrest is nice and soft. Two double stitching basically right here on the side, and inside there is a decent amount of space. I'm not sure what is this for. Seems like a tray or something, but anyways, let's go ahead and put that back. And let me go ahead and show you the backup camera, because the backup camera is amazing in this GV60. So there is the normal camera, the normal view with the 360. You could zoom in and zoom out. Let's see if I could actually zoom in and zoom out. There we go. And it does have the 3D view. So there's the down view, the rim view, the wide view, and here is the 3D view. And the 3D view is seriously amazing. Genesis does a great job with the 3D view system, and I think it's one of the best. Mercedes-Benz and BMW, they have it, but BMW's system is a little bit on the confusing side, but on the Genesis, very easy. And there is another 12.3-inch screen behind the steering wheel. The resolution is very high, and I really like the graphics. And I completely forgot, but there is an air vent right here. A few buttons. There is the liftgate release, e-brake, brightness control, and traction control. And something that is really different and cool about this GV60 is that it has a different glove box. So basically the glove box slides out like a drawer, and the size is actually decent. It is nice and deep, and it goes all the way inside. So very cool. It is actually nice and soft, so that's good. I really like this trim. This is extremely soft, and this right here is actually hard. It feels like empty plastic. And by the way, it does have heads-up display, which is nice. And yeah, overall the interior looks good. It is nice and spacious. The seats are comfortable, and up here there is a frameless mirror. The size is pretty good, and it does have some garage controls underneath it. Right here there is the glasses holder, touch sensitive buttons for the lights. The lights are nice and bright. And something that is really cool, Genesis paid attention to details inside of those lights. And right here there's a few buttons. There is a button right here that will turn on all the lights in this GV60. I think this is the customer service, SOS. This button right here will keep the lights off when the doors are open. And this button right here is not for the panoramic sunroof. This is for the shade. So all you could do with this switch is close the shade. I really wish that the sunroof opened. So basically it has fixed glass, but does bring in a little bit of light, not really by much. It is actually tinted a good amount, and this is Alcantara or suede. I think this is part of the performance package, and there is a very good size mirror in this visor and an LED light. Here is a backdoor panel, and the backdoor panel has the same design as the front. There is a privacy screen right here in the back. This is nice and soft, more of that double stitching. Alcantara, the armrest is nice and soft, more of that double stitching. I really like this trim. And here is the heated seat button, 3 stages. Here is the cup holder, does have a really nice design to it. Door locks, and here is the window switch. As I said, all windows are automatic up and down. This right here is actually nice and soft, just like the front, so Genesis did not cheap out back here and made it plastic. There is a decent amount of storage space. Here is a speaker, and door handle feels nice and solid, just like the front. Here is another speaker, and for the back seats, there is actually a good amount of leg room in the back seats. The seat design is the same as the front. Headroom is pretty good. Here is this fixed panoramic sunroof, and the armrest is nice and soft, wrapped in leather. 2 cup holders, a little bit on the smaller side. Design looks pretty good. There's some brushed aluminum around them, and back here there is no air vents, but there is 2 USB-Cs, and in the bottom there is a storage place. And by the way, since there's no air vents right there, there is some air vents on the side, and you could actually control the passenger seat from those buttons. And there is a preset setting. If you click this button right here, it will basically move the seat back and put it in that preset setting. And that's how the front of this Genesis GV60 looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2023 Genesis GV60. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and see Isom here at Genesis of Milford, Connecticut. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.